Good morning.
Oh, hello.
Good morning.
Why are you in my room?
Oh, I just got a little excited. Hello. Well met, people playing dice games. I'm Rick, and you're listening to Probability of Demise. We're a group of storytellers playing nerdy games, using chance and our imaginations to provide rules and structure to Atland, a world of our own making. Atland exists on a version of Earth, thousands of years in the future. A planet left vulnerable by science and infected with magic. This is a world far different from the one you know today. Continents have shifted, cities have arisen, and new creatures and peoples of varied origin dot the wondrous landscapes. Thank you for coming with us as we explore it together. Reframing so it's not tempting. Larissa will be joining us in just a bit. Right now she's getting the fun experience of new equipment stuff being installed and played with and added to. But you can see if you're live with us, Jason and Jess are with us. And so, and Larissa came in at the same moment, but she's currently got her mic set to mute, so she has to unmute her.
Yes,
now
we can hear her.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. But all four of us are here now.
Gotta love that mad dash, like scramble to plug something different in.
I was warm before my mic cord stopped working. I wish
it's
that.
also hot in here.
You were
I wish that my
warmed up, or just like
No.
The problem is it's
warmed up?
25 degrees at night and it's 50 degrees during the day, so the heat's just on
Yeah.
to accommodate for the 26 degrees at night or whatever, and like it, yeah, it's warm.
And if you're ever wondering what the temperature is, all you have to do is look at my cheeks.
Oh, so we can like start measuring like a pH strip. Your cheeks are like the temperature pH strips.
Yep.
Yeah, this is about 77. 77 red.
Well, I thought of a new ridiculous game for DM inspiration. It's also a fun way to introduce you all.
Okay.
So,
This is my brain trying to prepare to listen to rules to a game. Hang on.
it's trivia. It's just fun trivia based on our play sessions from the beginning.
Do you mind? Yeah, you.
So, anybody but Jason can answer this one.
Oh, no.
Gosh.
You ready?
I guess.
If either of you get it right, you're putting a pool of D4s in the middle of your table, like that any of you could use.
Okay.
So, Jason's just not allowed to give the clues.
Got it.
What is what is Asher's mother's name?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Asher's
Just
mom
busted.
is Molly.
Oh, nice.
I literally have it in big bold at the very top of my notes.
We need to get like buzzers.
I feel like we also just asked that question again a little while ago and clarified.
Okay, well that's one D4 in the center of your table. Now this one,
Well done, Jess.
only Larissa can't answer.
Oh god, okay. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Boop. What is Trixie's father's job?
He's the captain of the city guard, or the one of
I'll
the
go
walls.
up to
One wall.
a D8 if you tell me which wall.
It's the one on the foresty side. But what was the name of it?
The north wall.
In a color.
The
Green?
Green wall. What she
Green
said?
for
The blue.
green. I'm going for green with
Fish in
forest.
here.
Yellow.
Fish in- Larissa, do you remember?
It's yellow.
I thought it was yellow.
It was the yellow one.
Hey!
They went through all the colors. I'm like, click, 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 click. Nah.
I don't know if that counted because I said two other colors first.
You got another D4, so you have 2 D4 in your circle of inspiration for the day. And this last one, Tanzanite can't answer.
See if I even know it.
How many siblings does Tanzanite have? She told
11.
us.
No. I know she has a brother for sure. I'm trying to think if there's more. Doctor Strange moment.
I'm gonna go with 5. I feel like there was a lot.
There was a day where Dan and I kind of listed off more than I even had, and I had to write down another couple of names.
I'm gonna say 17.
God. No wonder
I at
Mom
least
ran
made like
away.
an effort.
Hey, my grandma had 15 brothers and sisters.
It's so scary. So,
Never
Tansy,
had to hire anyone on the farm though.
reveal what your number was. I
4.
thought Larissa got it right.
There's 5 of us.
5 of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4 siblings.
Dang it.
Okay. So, well, there's 2d4s available to you to roll at any point whenever y'all want to.
Is this like
As
a
we play
collective
the game.
pool of?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? Okay.
Yep, just like a. I feel like if it's a collective pool, you're maybe more willing to just go and grab one of those, because the people who get them personally just kind of forget. But maybe this would be.
Hey, I used mine.
You did. You did. We've used like 1 DM inspiration dice.
I lost mine. I almost got a D20 and then lost it.
Yeah, well, life happens. Well, welcome to our show and our ridiculousness and the beatboxing. We have some
Sorry.
announcements. I have one announcement.
look
Keep
at
supporting those
Tiny.
independent creators. Magical things have been happening. The world is exciting. All right. Anybody else have any announcements? Merch, and then music. Merch and music.
Merch. I definitely have that up. We have merch. Does anybody have a merch example on their desk today? I don't think so.
No,
I'm
think
out of
I
town.
Put mine in
It's
the
all good.
dishwasher.
Okay. Yeah, we have T-shirts and coffee cups and stickers and notebooks and all the things.
Tote bags.
Currently, tote bags apparently.
Oh, that way.
They are.
At this link that I'm putting in the
What a pretty
comments, and it's
color.
also in the show notes. Yes, that logo. And then, yeah. Also, I think I might move this to a Redbubble store because I think there's different options there, but I'm lazy and busy and haven't done that. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
we're
I'll do that
just
next
playing
season. Maybe that'll be a season goal. For
around.
now,
We'll
season one.
seasonally-
Season 1 is this store. So
We're seasoning with TeePublic, and eventually
Yes.
we might season with a different catalog.
testing.
All the fun. And where is Stonewall? Like tomorrow?
Yes. No, March 25th.
Yeah, that's like tomorrow in my world.
It's basically tomorrow.
Yeah,
Time
it
has no
feels like
meaning
it.
to me.
Stonewall Corral is performing Craig Hella Johnson's Considering Matthew Shepard. We'll be performing it at Church of the Holy Apostles in Chelsea on 28th and 9th Avenue. It's at 7:30 p.m. You can buy tickets at stonewallcorral.org/buy-tickets. And
Sorry, I'm having a fun. I'm just remembering some lyrics that I pulled up the other day. No problems.
And if you can't attend, but you would like to support us, you can also donate through the website. I think it's a really important piece. We're not the first group to perform it. But with everything going on, it's just really important to remember the things that the queer community has gone through, and to realize that we, as far as we've come, we've still a really long way to go. So,
And I believe that is our transition to the word of the day.
word of the day.
Word of the day.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I was waiting for.
Word of the day.
Okay. The word of the day is consinity, which is the skilled or harmonious arrangement or fitting together of different parts of something.
Say it again.
Usually refer to music, but so the skillful and harmonious arrangement or fitting something together of different parts of something.
And
What's the
the word?
Consinity.
Consinity. As a music
Usually
major, I've never
referred-
heard that before. That's surprising.
What a weird spelling for a word. Okay. All right.
All right. I guess we're at the rolling part of this show. If you've never been here before, all 2-1 people who are watching us, which is awesome. I mean, people watch.
Yeah, we have
later.
people that watch and listen later. It's fine.
We got the later listeners, and you're super awesome, special people too. So, the
Late nights with the Timeless Trio.
good grief.
Uh-oh.
Bye.
Well, we totally lost one. I bet she hit close.
The Timeless Duo. That's what we meant.
Once we were 3 and now we're 2. So
Hello.
Welcome back. Did you shut the window again? Sorry.
yeah, when there's a button to hit, somebody's got to click it. All right, so it is time to roll dice. The person who rolls the highest on the D20 gets to choose whether or not they are doing topic or reading. And then they also get to roll the D4 for the person who's going to do the writing. The person who rolls lowest has to take the thing that the high roller says that they don't want to do. So, with that reminder of our rules. Oh, and we roll this for somebody who's brand new, maybe like just started listening today. If you're on there, coffee barista.
Hello.
This is rolling for our fake commercial until somebody actually really wants to pay for our
8.
bills. Ooh, we're twins. I got 8 too. Linus?
Voy.
Larissa?
16.
So you get
All
to
right.
choose. Are you going to topic it or read it?
Hey, wait, Rurik. I want rollies for middle best. Come on.
Oh, that was a natural 20 I just wasted.
Oh, you beat me. I had a 7.
I'm the best of the middle.
I will read.
Okay, so Jess, that means you get to come up with a topic.
Whole new room, Jess.
I know.
So many things. So many things.
So many things.
And Larissa gets to roll a d4 while Jess is trying to figure out what she's going to pick from the random objects in the room to inspire her for the day.
I'm gonna roll the fun-shaped one. Hang on.
Okay, I thought I got it, but
It's the fun-shaped one.
there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so a device such as this, which is normally a temperature
Yeah,
thing,
it's a thermometer.
but what it actually does is will tell you what kind of creatures are by you. So one of the baubles will come up, it'll be like dragon, a red dragon near you, or like come up and it'll be like a
So it's like a monster barometer.
owl
instead
bear.
of Nice. That's kind of
Boop.
cool.
Field mouse. Oh.
Cool. So what did you get for the 3? Oh, Jess, you get to write your own story, your own commercial.
Great.
So let's go for
I tried to give you a
tonight's
break, Jess.
barometer of monster scariness.
I just feel like I'm not as creative as y'all. Y'all would have done so well with this.
Now listen.
If it helps, I think you have the
Alyssa.
box right behind you. If that helps you write a commercial.
That's for an aqua lamp. That's
my
different.
bad. My bad.
Let me just say, it's like a muscle. Like it's just a practice thing.
Yeah, and you're making Larissa read it, so think
But
about
So you
who
can be mean
Larissa
if you
is
want.
and what she likes to stumble over and where she gets stuck and what's going to cause her to crack up in the middle of what she's saying. And
Put lots
make
of
sure you
swear
include that.
words and onomatopoeia and other
She really
things.
loves puns. Lots of puns. Depends on what sort of expressions you want her to make. Do you want her to look happy or do you want her to look slightly like she's going to murder someone? Oh, okay. Before I actually get murdered, let's roll for who's going to recap. Crap. I roll really high today. My natural 20 was wasted.
12.
Okay. Solid.
Jess.
Oh, Jess.
Does that mean you have to recap twice?
I got 3.
No.
What did you get, Rick?
3.
Me too.
I'm playing middlesies with both of. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Jess,
Sorry,
regale
Jess.
us with our history.
Been a day.
That was one day that Rick had everything.
Yeah. I was
Dark
so
times.
excited about the ball, I didn't write much down. Okay.
We had a
So-
ball. That's what it was.
We're at one. It's not done yet.
Yeah.
The night isn't over.
But we're having a ball. That's the point. That's a ball.
So, how did we start? We started at the end of the fight.
Right.
I'm blanking. I have no idea how we started.
Well, y'all
showed
were,
up.
yeah, you all were helping to put out the fire and
Oh,
to like
yeah,
rebuild
yeah.
stuff.
So Gran showed up. We were finishing up the fight. Gran let me know that we were having a ball. Then we basically had a week to do whatever it is we wanted to do. Asher went and started to help with the pumpkin house and rebuilding of that. Also started gallivanting around trying to find possible dragons, just seeing what he could see. Trixie was trying out potions. And luckily, nothing too bad happened to her. I made a dress for myself and Trixie. I also sort of went and apologized to Asher about everything much later in the week. And then we went to a ball. And I got things started by dancing with the head of the undead. And then Asher went and talked to Trixie went and talked to the dwarves. Asher talked to whoever Asher talked to. And we basically brought in
People
the
of the
three. Yes.
I talked to the new people, the desert people who were wearing.
we didn't have
They were like in
anything to do
silks
with.
that you could like see their
It's very
naked
clear
bodies
that they
through. Yeah,
chose to wear their traditional garb and
and they hug. They hug as a greeting.
they're very
Yep.
huggy.
And so we pulled them fully into the alliance. And we're at a ball.
Hey Jess,
What did I forget?
did I tell you about the time I threw a ball for my dog?
No.
Oh no.
I know it seems a little extravagant, but it was her birthday and she looks cute in a ball gown.
Very good.
It's the only ball joke I have. Sorry.
I could not transition on that.
That was so good. That was so
It's
good.
like, and cut.
I think there's gonna be like 11 transitions in every episode. Now every time I tell a dumb joke, we're actually just gonna be like, no, and just hit the music.
Not that quick. You tell a lot of really good corny jokes. It'd be super hard to hit them all. All right. So, yes.
I have a
you are
lot of
still-
dance puns too, but there's nothing to rave about.
Oh,
I think we all just took 5 points of real life psychic damage, Jason.
Jesus.
Oh, poor Larissa. She must have like psychic damage immunity at this point. I mean, I like the puns, but
Love the puns.
I live alone. I only tell them to myself. All right. You all are here in your spaces having a great time at the ball. Trixie, could you just roll a really quick perception check? Just a handy dandy one.
Oh. 13.
It is with some surprise that you realize someone is standing right behind you. They appear to be of some other varietal of being that you may not have encountered very frequently. They have some stubby little horns on the sides of their temples. They are smaller and they appear to be dressed in some finery. Their eyes are extremely baggy, and you can see two floppy, almost dog-like ears hanging by the side of their head. And Miss Trixie, I missed you at the opportunity, and I really would love for you to sample my potion. And you see a little tear trickle down their face.
And are they taller, shorter, or on the same height as me? You said they're
almost
smaller.
exactly the same size as you are. Like it could be that they're wearing heels to give them a little bit of height advantage and look slightly taller than you,
Okay.
or it could just be their physiognomy.
Their physiognomy. Ah, yes. That's the new word of the day. Physiognomy.
Quick question. What is the music that is playing right now?
Roll a d20. I had a whole list here.
Rumba.
14.
You are currently listening to something that would be akin to an Argentinian style in our modern context of where we're at, really Argentinian style. What does that word say? I wrote it.
Tango?
It's not tango, but it's close. But let's go with tango because the word I wrote here is
Is
clearly
illegible.
obscured.
Okay, never mind.
Is it Zamba?
Yeah, so that must be what it was. Samba.
Okay. Either way, never mind.
There's like an intensity to it, but it's also just slow enough that people are able to dance and talk.
Yeah, never mind. Hi. Yeah. Why don't where are we located here?
They've slipped up behind you while you were speaking with the Jill and
Okay.
company.
I said, okay. Sure. Maybe not like right in the middle of the dance floor. But let's like go off to the side where we're not under. And I look around and try to see how much scrutiny I'm under, which is I'm assuming is a decent
There's
amount.
always
Because
been eyes
yes,
on you. Like,
yes.
you can't even go into Overton. I mean, as evidenced by your arrival to Overton, it's extremely difficult for any member of the Timeless Trio to even go and buy a basket of eggs without 20 people giving them a look over and 4 or 5 people coming up to ask a question or to ask you to sign some piece of random gear that they have in hand. So
but yeah, let's just go off to the side so we're not in the middle of the dance floor, just in case.
Okay. And he proceeds to follow you.
Okay. First of all, take a deep breath. What is the intent of the potion, so I kind of know what to look for.
Makes the world slow down.
So it affects the rest of the world, or does it make the person who drinks it speed up?
And as her face glazes over, you can see that literal exhaustion that they're within that bubble of, and you've like pierced the exhaustion for a moment, and for maybe the first time in days, they're thinking critically.
Maybe they're so tired because they've been moving at super speed by testing this potion.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to, make sure I understood what the,
If you would be a tester, so we could offer it up with your brand approval, then I think this would be really helpful in dealing with the draconic threat.
Of course. Okay. Maybe give me a little bit of room. And just to double check, no one else has tried this, or have you tried it on yourself, or?
Well, I didn't. I had to make sure it wasn't going to be. I thought it would just taste good, and it turned out to be really, really good, and also really. Oh wow.
Oh wow! What?
There's these people who kind of my friends, but they always talk really fast, and they think are Sperry, and so I decided to make juice out of the berry.
And I just kind of put my hand on his shoulder. And I go, "Are you talking about the little green people?"
You believe me?
Of course, we've met them. They've helped us several times.
Oh, you can see him just relaxing, and as he relaxes, you also see like him yawn.
Honey, you should get some rest. Let me take a sip of this quick, and you have a seat, okay?
As he sits down, he hands you like a little leatherette pouch that has 4 vials in it, and almost the moment his rear hits the cushion, he seems to be at some level of passed out.
Okay. I know that my stuff came off when I fell into, I don't know if I still know the leader or the general of the dwarves' name, but when I fell into their lap,
Yes.
but I'm assuming I would have like tried to at least like reattach them, but I'm going to remove the cape part, and I'm going to like tuck it around the person. I'm gonna like tuck him in and just gonna, like the kid that falls asleep at the parents' Christmas party kind of thing.
The wedding reception at the table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm gonna take a sip out of one of the vials.
Yeah, there's not much more than a sip in a vial. You take that sip, and the world slows down. Everyone looks like they're moving in slow motion. The sharp movements of the dance now look like a slow, fluidic ballet. And the music sounds off as just the entire world has slowed to a crawl. Is there anything you're doing in this moment?
How far away are Asher and Tanzanite from each other?
They are the undead host, despite getting some interaction, is not gaining a lot of that interaction. And the people around Asher, the desert folk, are also kind of maintaining a bit of distance, but they're being cordial across the board. They seem to be slightly less disinclined to spend time with the undead beings, but they still are maintaining a very clear boundary. So Asher and Tanzanite are not terribly far from each other, but they are not right next to each other.
What would I have to do to try to sneakily put them so that they're dancing together without like them noticing. Is that possible, or is this am I not quite at that speed?
You are definitely super fast. You are a blur if you start moving to anyone around you, much like the quicklings were to you. They would be aware that they're being moved. So I will just say do a dexterity check with advantage against Asher and Tanzanite's dexterity saving throws.
Okay. One is very... Oh, wait, with advantage. Okay, so then that's fine. Yeah. And it's just a straight dex check, right?
Yeah, unless you have something specific that you think you're doing
No,
as you kind of speed around.
That's fine. 24.
24, okay. Asher, what'd you get for your dex save?
16.
Tanzanite, what'd you get for your dex save?
You did. You did.
Do you have your mute button on?
Yeah. Okay. 12 too.
Yeah, so 24 versus a 16 and a 12. Tanzanite, you don't really even know why suddenly you're facing Asher. But suddenly, through the moves of the dance, your previous partner's been misplaced, and you are now facing Asher. Asher, you felt someone tug and spin you at the most opportune moment, and you know it wasn't Tanzanite because that was the wrong direction, but you are also suddenly face to face with Tanzanite, and you just see a red blur as it passes by.
Trixie has the Doppler effect.
Your former partners seem to have become partnered with one another at that same moment, and there is a member of the undead dancing with a member of the desert aristocracy.
After I put them together, I want to go on the, like, basically put the other couple between Tanzanite and Asher and myself, and just like stop it and try to think of, like, as slow as I can speak and say, I just need them to talk for a second.
Roll a performance.
Does Trixie not know that we already made up?
No, it's not that. No, it's not that. Oh no. Okay. 5.
I think that you assume because you're at hyperspeed that you have to speak low and slow.
Oh no.
And what happens is it's a little less like just speaking clearly, and it becomes a little bit more like you're a tape recorded slowing down. So your words come out.
I just need them to talk to each other.
Making a good impression. Let's go.
And as you say that, the two beings, like caught unawares, looking at each other, kind of have stopped dancing, but are staring at you awkwardly before they stare at each other awkwardly. And then relax and just go with it.
Forging alliances through forced dancing.
Yeah.
It's a diplomacy check backwards. All right, so Asher and Tanzanite, you are suddenly dancing with each other.
I'm going to say, like, when we're just facing each other, I'm just going to, like, hold out my hand and be like, shall we dance?
Yes, but only one for right now because there's others I need to speak with.
Okay.
But yes, I did promise you a dance.
And I'm going to take this to the middle of the dance floor because, come on, we're showing off.
Cause show off.
Yeah.
Tanzanite and Asher do not dance on the side of the dance floor.
Go ahead and...
We're kind of a big deal.
Are you tell me, either of you, are you dancing to impress or are you dancing to enjoy?
Both,
Both. Yeah.
but more so enjoy.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like, hang on, and I'm gonna go over to the band and I'm gonna ask for a waltz,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna come back.
I feel like that would be pretty easy for you to pull off. Kind of making your way to the center again, and the waltz music already picking up. Go ahead and just roll a performance check, Asher. And
Sure.
Tanzanite, I would love for you to roll an insight check.
Insight. Okay.
Kind of ended up playing to both of your advantages here.
26.
1.
Oh, it's okay. It makes things interesting.
You didn't see shit, or you didn't. What's the word?
Observe.
You're Tanzanite, you're caught up in the dance in the moment. Asher's always seemed to have a really good way about him in terms of these spaces, and whether it's poetry or anything that's just for a show, and you fall into it. You're just enjoying it. You're dancing along with him, dancing together very beautifully, and you allow yourselves to close your eyes as you dance. And with your eyes closed, you fail to notice, for both of you, 2 figures approaching. And as the waltz comes to an end, you hear a voice, Tanzanite, that you're familiar with, saying, "May I cut in?" And at the same time, Asher, someone has reached up and, maybe not with the most grace, but definitely deftly, reached for your hand and said, and you as well, my lord. And Tanzanite, you're looking at your shadow. Your little shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And Asher, you are looking at a young woman who you've seen shadowing Fawn in the past. Fawn is not here, but you do see this young woman. Do you accept their...
I'm going to say, hang on, and I'm going to bow to Tanzanite. Thank you for the dance.
Give a little curtsy.
And then I will go with the new person.
Okay.
You just hear a "Gah!" from over in the other corner of the room.
Trixie, as you're kind of like having that moment of, oh no, you're hit as a minute has passed by an intense lethargy. And there's just this moment where you can't move, where your body is so exhausted as the haste wears off. And in that moment of being exhausted and immobile, someone has come up in front of you and they have offered their hand to you. And it's a furred hand like yours. And looking slightly up into their eyes, you see your father.
Hello, Papa.
I'm going to treat this like, when you get really, really tired
Sweet.
and you might as well be drunk. Hi, Daddy.
Oh.
And then I have a quick second and then I'm like,
I thought you were
Sorry.
gonna dance. I thought you were gonna dance sleeping on his feet, like standing on his
That's
feet.
what I thought.
sorry, sir. I just,
We're darting all about the place.
part of the potion thing.
Hmm.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm back, as is what's left of my crew.
Your fake yawn just made me yawn.
And may I have this dance with my daughter?
Yeah, I don't really. That wasn't kind of.
He
part
immediately
of.
takes you into a series of moves that, based on his role, wasn't great. Feels a lot more like a martial arts exercise than a dance.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
That's fine, because what I was literally going to say was it wasn't really part of my training, so I'm not sure I know what
You're pretty sure as he's dancing that it's never been part of his training either.
I feel like you guys are doing like kata together, like to the beat of the music.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's some sort of kata that's just not quite correct.
Yeah.
And it's not on beat at all because he rolled a 2. Which his dex modifier brings it up to a 6, but
Hey.
it's not much. As that's going on, Asher, the member of Lutes and Lyres, is whispering in your ear and passing you a note. What they whisper to you is that someone from the Canyonville Shadow Assembly, which I think at this point you are growing to understand that many of the small cohorts of Lutes and Lyres have had to associate with local knowledge gathering groups, so to speak. And the Canyonville Shadow Assembly is such an association that your group have infiltrated. Has information about a valuable piece of extra-dimensional magic called the Shadow Heart. This item contains an unstable extra-dimensional rift. Its owner, Mortimer Blackwood, used to explore for Canyonville, finding new veins deep below in the canyon, and his partner, Adelaide, worked for the Canyonville Shadow Assembly. Adelaide suspects that some sinister force has entered into the Shadow Heart and is manipulating Mortimer. She requested that the Canyonville Shadow Assembly, recover the Shadow Heart. It's going to be at the airship yard during the ship launch party for the latest vessel. And as they say it, they pass you a note.
I will walk off the dance floor and then read the note, like turned away from the dance floor.
Looking at the note, it's a very brief terse. It's in a bit of a code that you and Fawn know. It says, reach out to a courier in Canyonville named Phantom. They have invitations under different names for the ship launch party, and it provides some directions to the airship yard, which is located in a strange bend of the canyon. And then it says, if you can't accept this, I don't know who else can complete it. Yours, Fawn. Tanzanite, your little shadow, dancing with you, seems to be in her happiest place. Roll an insight check. I love how Tanzanite appears frozen when she rolls insight checks.
Is that? Oh, I didn't hear. I think my computer may have frozen. Do you need an insight check?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she didn't appear
Okay.
frozen. She was frozen.
She was frozen.
I was frozen.
Inside.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's not it.
Stupid.
I think it's 9, right?
It's plus
Just want to
9.
make sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, the math. 17.
Okay. You know your people okay. You haven't really spent a lot of time face to face with them, but the last week you've gotten to know them a little bit better. And despite her appearing very happy to get to dance with the person that she views as the center of her world, you can see that there's something tugging at her and drawing her attention. And every once in a while, it's like missteps in the dance, or just she can't seem to quite relax into the dancing.
As we're dancing, I want to, because I assume she's shorter than me. Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry, I have something in my eye. Okay. I want to keep dancing and like lift her chin up and say, "Little shadow, what has your attention?"
Rumors, just baseless rumors that you shouldn't have to concern yourself with. My goddess.
Go on.
Oh, we have some new members from the Takita, and they have shared with us news of a queen who made a deal with the priestess of death, and that's not something we do, but with your recent encounter with those spiders, maybe some of it has truth. Rumors have it that she wants to take over our airships. And this Queen of Spiders has already infiltrated Canyonville and is trying to manipulate and control the building and use of new airships. Some say that the Queen of Spiders herself already lurks in the dark corners of the shipyard. But this is all speculation and rumors, and
Well, unfortunately, sometimes rumors have truth to them. So
rumor
we'll have
is
to
that
see.
she looks a lot like you. So I thought it might be you, but it can't be you because you're here, not in Canyonville. And you would never want to destroy our chance of surviving the dragons.
Of course. But my appearance is very unique, except for a few. So,
You're saying there's an imposter.
not an imposter, but
Previous.
I might know of who this Queen of Spiders is, as we've seen some spiders.
Yes, the ones who destroyed our temple to your greatness. We've reestablished a new temple in a different location. If you've any interest in visiting.
Of course. Please make sure to tell me all about it and where it is. But for now, unless there's anything more or other things urgent pressing, we should enjoy ourselves.
No. It's a beautiful night, and I think I will spend it outside. And with that, she kind of spins off the dance floor, leaving you alone for but a brief moment before someone else swoops in and tries to take her place. And you're just able to make out her dashing to the doors outside.
Can I slowly try to dance my way to the other gods and goddesses, slowly but surely?
Yeah. Go ahead and just what are you doing in order to get your way over there? Is it purely just utilizing the dance? Is it something else? What are you doing to get over there?
It's definitely utilizing the dance and very much using the... I assume there's still a bit of genderness of the male is leading and the lady is not, and Tanzanite is definitely like at times switching that dynamic, and she's gonna lead and slowly dance her way over, and then let him, the other person, take back up the lead, and just slowly keep getting closer and closer.
Go ahead and just roll, since you said it's kind of like this parlay between your physicalities and taking over and then letting them have control and then taking over again. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics plus 3. So 17.
17, yeah. With a 17, yeah, you're able to coax your dance partner in the direction which you want to be in, taking turns. And I think with a 17 especially, you see that they are not at all disappointed when you take over.
Mm.
They enjoy it.
Oh, wait. Great.
They are very reluctant to let you go, though.
They
roll a nat 1 on their insight check.
once the music comes to like a natural end, I want to do like a curtsy, thank who I'm dancing with, and before anyone else can try to swoosh in, I want to do like a little twirly off the dance floor.
Okay, go ahead and roll to escape them, let's just call it a sleight of hand check just to see how successful you are, because they have not picked up the vibe you're putting down of you're done.
I kind of wanted another acrobatics check, like Tan's like backflips off the dance floor.
16.
This is more of like getting out of there. Yes, with a 16, you're easily able to evade their grasp and slip away. So this is more of like sneaking out of the situation, although it would be hilarious to see like a backflip out, but that'd bring a lot of attention.
Peace.
So with that sleight of hand success, what are you doing? Are you trying to slip away? What are you up to?
I want to I basically want to go up to, first off, who are the like other gods and goddesses there? Because you said there were people like kind of clustered.
Yeah, they
semi-upset that I was dancing earlier with the undead.
Definitely that. There's a cluster of folks, and it seems like most of the gods of the dead have departed. Most of the people who you had started various overtures with, and there's only really one left, and this is the individual who seemed to be most invested in being the keeper of the dead. But otherwise, the groups there are, just folk, people. It seems like a much smaller group than was around previously. There are a lot of faces missing.
Mm-hmm. I want to go up to the one that... Do I know the name of the keeper? Or who wants to be the keeper?
One of their names is Keeper.
Okay.
But they've had multiple names, and you could even, out of character, you as the player, decide what name you've been calling them by.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to go up to them and just going to go do a little curtsy head nod and go, "Good evening. The group seems to have gotten much smaller since I got on the dance floor."
Indeed. Some have fallen, new groups have arisen, and decisions were made. We seem to be among the few that invite the people of the world to choose their fates.
Well, are you planning on dancing at all?
Oh. If you would lead me as you led the others.
I would be more than happy and honored. Would you like to now? Or
As
at a later
they-
time?
As they stand up, you can see a lot has changed about them, and they seem a little bit more connected and put together. Their tunic and clothing and gear are just a gray everywhere, except there's this black star motif studded throughout their clothes, and they bow to you as you start to lean forward. As you lean forward, a woman with a headdress like that of an owl steps forward and says, "We will dance with you." And as they say that, another person steps forward and joins her. And they have this glowing gemstone at the center of their chest. And the two of them, the woman with the owl motif around her head, and the individual, strangely not quite sure, male, female, or what sort of race, because they could be elven, but their ears are way too long and they flop a little bit. They're too tall and too broad to be fae, so there's something very strange and different. And those two kind of dance a protective sort of dance. And as you watch them dance, you realize that they're weaving kind of like a barrier of sorts that creates a silence bubble around you and the keeper.
And then for this dance, I don't plan on trying to talk or get anything out of this person other than enjoyment, unless they offer up something. But I am not prying or trying to take anything.
I guess then as you dance and as the silence waxes on for a while, you finally do get from them, they push forward on something else. Are you willing to be part of our pantheon? You've been inscrutable, and yet you're making such a huge impression across your mortal world.
I believe so, yes.
We seek to care for and support this even as your people. And he kind of looks around the dance floor, go to war and create such insane items and upend their lives. We seek to stay at the background and merely support those who acknowledge us. The others have different ideas. The others are enthusiastic at their new access and control over this world. And we weren't certain if that was something you were more interested in.
No, I don't believe that's what I want.
How far would you go to protect people's autonomy?
As far as I need.
As you say that, you see a glimmer from one of the beings that had remained seated, and you feel like a little bit of a snapping sensation, kind of like going to a chiropractor and getting adjusted. And you feel linked to those few that remain here. And if you would go ahead and just roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Oh! I don't know if this is good or bad. Wisdom saving throw. Plus 19. Okay. Not 19. 9.
It's going to be like, whoa. We thought Asher had it solid.
27, though.
Dang, still.
I rolled an 18.
So with your 27, you are very aware of what just happened, and you're aware that you've aligned yourself through your holy being and the holy beings of these other beings to one another. And it's like making an alliance, except this one, your powers are all bound together. And your worship is contributory to their power, but their worship is also contributory to your power. So it's like you've created a secondary pool, a shared pool. And once per day, as long as you are not out of alignment with what their goals are, you can draw on that to get an extra spell slot back. The downside is you are now very clearly aligned with a subsect of the gods, and all other gods are very aware of where you stand. All right. The night continues on. The dancing continues on. Asher, what are you up to?
Asher's gonna after like he realizes some people are leaving and the crowd's getting smaller, he's gonna say to I would say Trixie, hanging out with Trixie, and he says, it seems like the consanity of the band is not really, like, something's missing, so I'm gonna go up and join them, see if I can help out, keep the crowd around.
All right.
Word of the day.
You're terrible, but yeah, happy inspiration for you.
Okay, so I will go up and take my, let's see, which fancier event. I'm gonna go mandolin instead of
And your goal is to get people to stay based on your poetic and musical talent.
Yeah, just musical right now.
Okay.
I'm just joining the band.
All right, go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Since I think that's what you're really doing is you're persuading them.
27.
The night continues. You add multiple hours to, a ball that might end at midnight now is not ending anytime soon. So for those of you who had things that you needed to have happen, Tanzanite and Trixie, you have a lot more time. Asher, if there's anything else you need to do, you have that as well.
Just like, for whatever reason, I'm picturing like Back to the Future. Like,
just describe like what this music is sounding like. What are you switching the beat?
I think he's gonna go up and just like play like, it's been like a waltz and like some slower stuff I think going on. So he like just more upbeat, like fun dance music to like more like a
quadrille,
more wedding reception, less ball, maybe.
Okay, bringing the temperature of the space up.
Yeah. Hey, Jess.
I don't know what she thought. Oh, I unclicked it.
Mom! Hi, Mom! I love you.
So you're
Hi, Jess's mom.
Hey, Jess's mom. You're at the ball dancing, and the rest of the night is yours. Do you just all enjoy an extended night, or what are you all up to?
I will recheck back on the person that had me test their potion. And if I'm going, actually, what I would like to do is just try to wake them up briefly. I don't know how possible that's going to be, depending on how deeply they're sleeping.
No. It's pretty easy to wake them up. They kind of.
Deep.
So sorry.
No.
Again. That's
no,
why I
it's
missed
okay.
Your first meeting as I fell asleep outside and you didn't see me when you walked out. And
It's okay. I understand why.
yeah.
I think the potion shows promise, but I think we need to work on the side effects, the after effects. So I think we need to maybe balance out. Maybe we don't need to go quite so fast to temper the, the severe fatigue that happens after, or if you can add something else to maybe, lessen that effect. So I don't want to sign off on it as it is, but I really like where this is going, and I think it has great potential.
I'll keep working on it. You keep those 3 extra samples in case they're useful to you.
Okay.
But,
And
I'll
then
keep working on
I'm going to kind of pat my pockets and see if I have any gold on me, just for materials to help you going. And
no. All I have to do is leave food outside, and then they help me garden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, tell them we say hi. If you manage to talk to one of them, the conversations are quite brief.
Oh! I found if you just put rocks in the form of the letters that they like, because they leave me those too, and you just make them. I'm learning. I don't know everything, but I'm learning, and it's been really. And then he says something. What languages do you speak? Oh, you speak.
I don't speak a lot.
You don't speak a lot, but you can understand what he says.
Okay.
And it's a garbled.
Oh, right, because of
what you. Yeah.
Because I'm a monk.
Yeah. You don't know what language it is necessarily, but you you understand him, and as he says this, you realize it's like somebody really badly speaking the same language as the little green people had spoken before.
Well, if you keep this up, maybe you could be the official liaison between their people and Overton. No?
It was hard just to come see you. This is too much. I'm never coming out of my shed again.
Okay. Well, maybe if, some of your friends, maybe if they also, or if you introduce them, I think it would be great to have, well, tell them I believe you, and then maybe they'll believe you.
No one will believe that I talked to you.
Well, shoot. I already gave away my maple syrup jug. What do I have? I don't think I have any. I can't. I go light. I travel light. Nope. Oh, well, I guess I still have it. I maybe don't necessarily have it on me, but can I give him my book? My charred book that I used.
What charred book?
That I used to cover the person who was recuperating his face while we were in the burning basement. Like I don't have much, but here I've read it. But it's a little maybe if you know someone who could fix it.
He like reverently places out his hands to accept this book that you hand to him, and his voice shaking. A relic of the timeless.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath.
He just like almost like, you know what, if you give like a dog an egg, and how they'll, at least at first when they don't know,
they hold on to it
super carefully, and then they like are almost afraid to put it down and whatnot. It's almost that type of body language that you get as he carefully walks away and tries to walk out, like walking in a huge wide circle around anyone.
It's just a book. It's never mind.
I don't think I would ever give Buffy an egg.
I don't think an egg would fit in Willow's mouth.
See what happens.
It should be like a blue jay egg or something. I don't know.
So the three of you, the night continues on. Trixie, you have 3 potions of speed.
Super speed.
Yeah. They're actually available in the tool. So you can look at that if you need to.
At one point, I'm going to scribble down on a piece of paper a little note. I'm going to send it to Tanzanite with like one of the servers. And it says, why did the butterfly get denied entry to the ball? Because it was a mothball.
Tanzanite just audibly, as soon as she gets to this, goes, oh, God.
Like the rest of us in the real world.
Eventually, I will stop playing with the band and like go back to like forging alliances and whatnot. But I wanted to like stop people from leaving.
Yeah. You've successfully extended the ball well past any time that anybody expected it to be, and as it approaches 1 a.m., could I get one of you? You decide who to roll a d20.
Trixie.
Do it.
I feel caked up on. 9.
9.
All right. So let's see what sort of fun happens.
Ugh.
The earth cracks open. We all fall in.
We all fall in.
The dance has continued well past where you thought any of you thought it would be. And as the hours draw further and it gets closer to 2 a.m. rather than 1 a.m. and then edges over 2 a.m. and into the early morning hours, and yet no one has stopped yet. An individual comes bustling in, panicked. And they go right past you, Tanzanite, and dancing with one of the other godly beings in the space, and straight up to the woman with the owl motif at her headdress, bows before her and says, "A green dragon has been spotted on the walls."
I mean,
And we hear that? Or
yeah, we didn't.
Tanzanite does.
Okay.
I keep muting myself because I'm typing, and then like I don't have my normal mouse, so I'm using my pad, and it's like I'm not used to it. Okay. I assume I'm dancing, so I'll immediately stop dancing and go over to listen further and just ask what has been done thus far.
It's been just coming within sight and then zipping away. And they kind of look between you and the person with the owl motif gear. Do we tell the others? The wall guard is ready, but you all can't be ready at this point. And they kind of like gestures and look at your gear, which is not your gear. It is ball outfits.
Except for Asher, who's turned his gear into his ball outfit.
Well,
I can still fight in mine, thank you. That was
She's already been stripped down into her stuff.
That was
but you don't have your bag of stuff.
This is
That's what
true.
I'm saying.
This is true.
Like, you don't go to a ball with adventuring gear, a bag full of stuff, a shovel.
I mean, you don't know my life.
I did say Asher almost drew down on somebody, so he does have his gun under his like long coat.
Okay. So
I'm going to look up to the individual with the owl motif and go, I wish to tell my friends so that we can go and get rid of this. Do you have a plan or any feelings regarding that?
a wise war leader seeks to predict the enemy's move, and I did not predict this, so I am not as wise as I assumed. I will head to the wall and see what can be done. Join us when you can. And
Absolutely.
turn, and as they turn, you see their whole body reshape and reflow, and what had been like a gown becomes gleaming armor as they march and stride outside, kind of gaining a lot of glances as they do that.
Ooh. I immediately head for Trixie and say, Trixie, there's a green dragon on the wall. There's someone who's gone to start looking into this. Maybe we should go get our things, meet them on the wall. Maybe let your father know.
Okay, at that point, I'm going to catch the eye of at least my group of people that are in the room. And I'm assuming we would have worked out a signal for if there was some sort of attack, because this is absolutely what...
Is this a discrete signal, or is this a... for those of you listening at home, Jason...
I just told Trixie to steal home.
Baseball
Yeah.
things.
I mean, it would be discreet in the way as to not cause panic, but it would be to start ushering people, you know.
Describe what it looks like for me.
Basically there would be designated people to start notifying the leaders of each contingent, and ushering them to either their rooms, or if those people were kind of already an established part of our alliance, to their battle stations, or whatever method that they would choose to contribute, should they have agreed to be part of the defense strategy, you know, of an attack. Along with...
I have you just roll a really quick, before you share too much more, a really quick, we're going to use sleight of hand. Just a really quick sleight of hand check to see how, not your necessarily, it's just like how well you train them to be discreet about sharing.
21.
Yeah. People quickly are sharing and informing, and you just see the party breaking up. Asher, can you just roll a really quick stealth check? We're using your stealth check to determine how much your people...
Did you not one?
I did that one.
We're all gonna die!
It's you Asher, as you are seeing the ballroom just empty, and you're like in the middle of a hot set here. But
you just hear all the strings just like...
It's like there's no reason for them to leave. Like, you're going hot, and they're all of a sudden so many people streaming out, like urgently, but not in a way that is like any sort of race or whatnot. But it's just like there's this whole thing going on, and the individual who danced with you earlier comes up, looking at you very concerned, goes, "Did we miss something?"
I don't know. Everyone seems to be leaving. Maybe we should ask. Hey, Trixie! What's going on? Oh, shit. Okay.
The room is...
I'm glad
Those
that
are
we
my
know
ears.
that.
That wasn't.
Oh, I thought that was
my
the
ears.
symbol.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I love how we just know this
No.
means dragon.
No,
Oh,
that means ears.
I'm gonna be
if I had a hand signal for dragon, it would be...
It's a
I'm gonna
snake.
sign to you the signs from when we were with Bonnie that mean what's going on.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Smart.
Nice. You see that across the hall. What do you do, Trixie?
Dragon.
No.
Dragon.
It would be this.
Two fingers pointing on like
This
things.
and
Butterfly hand
this.
sign and bunny rabbit hand sign.
A vampire butterfly has crept along the hill. No, okay. Asher gets it.
Yes. So the serpent with the poisonous teeth has butterflied up the bunnies. All right.
I didn't do
Here
this.
comes Peter Cottontail up and down the bunny trail.
I just
It was
learned.
full claw
the-
hands. It wasn't just bunny hands.
Speaking of bunny, I just
Rawr.
learned the ASL for sex.
Oh,
other
Oh, there's
day.
a lot of them. Which one did you learn?
The one where it looks like two bunnies and you go.
Oh yeah, that's just intercourse.
Yeah.
You also have to be very careful when you meet someone. You have to meet upright because if you meet not upright, we know what you're doing. Lots and lots of things. Yeah. So now that bunnies are procreating on the mountains with butterflies, you all know what's going on. And do you all head on out to the wall, or are you going to go towards where your gear was stashed?
So that would have
Yes,
been.
Trixie.
Well, that was what I was just about to say.
You raise your hand. There's 4 of us on this.
I know, but I don't want to talk over anyone. I'm a teacher's kid. I can't help it. I will do that until the day I die. Anyways, I will. One of the other things was I would have designated 3 people to, once they got the signal that there was an attack, to go and bring our belongings to us, like to bring our gear to us.
So they're coming back to the ball
Mhm.
space. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I take one of I take out 2 of the other potions or 2 of the green potions, and I hand them to Tanzanite and Asher, and I say, if you use this, it's the little green people. You move like them, but it only lasts for like a minute, and you're going to be really tired after. So only use it as a last resort to maybe like get away or to get somewhere like really fast. But you're going to be out of commission right after. Okay.
So just so you all know and you're aware, it gives you the effects of the haste spell.
I hate smell. Okay.
So you down it, and what it will do is it'll give you a +2 to your AC, gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you gain an additional action on each of your turns.
Ooh.
That can only be used to do the attack, stabby, the one weapon attack only, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. So that one action can be dash, disengage, hide, you use an action, or the regular one weapon attack.
So essentially
Okay.
so you would get that for like 6 rounds, right? Because it's for a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
And when the spell ends, you can't move or take actions until after your next turn. So you have an entire turn that just evaporates as a wave of lethargy hits you.
Wait, is it
Lethargy.
how many rounds are in a minute? 10 or 6?
10.
So it would be 10.
6
Oh,
seconds per
rounds.
round.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought it was 10
Yeah,
seconds was around.
No, it's
Never
6 seconds.
All right.
mind. My bad.
So you all heading out?
Once we get our stuff, yeah.
I'm gonna say mumbo jumbo, but the only thing that changes is I put my bowler hat back on. Do my fighting.
It takes a hot
Otherwise
second. Could somebody roll a d12? And that's how many minutes it takes for the people to return with your gear.
I'm gonna do this fight looking
8.
good.
Takes 8 minutes. So you're waiting in there for 8 minutes. You start to hear screams outside as things progress, waiting for you can tell that the townspeople are seeking shelter. Bugles.
What else do you need, Asher?
Nothing.
Go. I'll bring your bag. Go.
Okay, I'll go.
All right, Asher heads on out. Asher, as the first one out there, can you go ahead and just roll a perception check?
Sometimes I get perception in my head wrong, and I'm always just like perception. Oh wait, no, that's not right.
So wait.
Split the party.
18.
See what
18.
happens. Yep.
18. You see what they called a green dragon. Doesn't appear to be quite a match for the dragon that you've dealt with often.
Like the biggest one that we've successfully killed was a green dragon. So yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No?
I thought the black one was
Well,
bigger.
okay, that we successfully killed by ourselves. How's that?
Ha.
The one that you soloed.
The one that Tanzanite exploded.
This creature is just very different. There's a bit of a sheen to it. It's a little bit darker. And you only catch it for a moment in the darkness as it kind of like flickers in and out of sight of the wall torches. But what you do notice is in its wake, people are running and screaming.
Okay.
And you know that fear is connected to this creature.
I'm like, not this time, not this time, not this time. And I'm going to run towards it.
All right.
And can I take a shot at it?
Because you're always scared.
Go ahead and what is your longest shot thing that you're going to try to do? Your gun?
My gun is 120 feet, I think.
So like when you're within 120 feet, go ahead and take that shot.
Does a 23 hit? No, wait, that's wrong. 26 hit.
26 does hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
21 damage.
Yes.
You see that bullet hit and you like glance off the snout, a little splurt of blood flies off, and the dragon's full attention turns to you.
I would like a free action to go.
Easily giving the bird to this dragon. You now with it faced towards you, you can see that it is
roll an intimidation check.
It is kind of emerald in look, like a very dark emerald. The scales are bright, and the look that it gives you is not one of anger or of upset, but is rather one of curiosity. And as it dives towards you, it opens its maw and changes shape. And as its mouth opens up and it seems to peel back, what sits in front of you on the ground, cross-legged, is a naked female shape covered in emerald scales.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
And you hear, "What is that? I love it." And its eyes are fixated on your pistol.
I'm just like standing there like, that is not the reaction I expected.
Immediately after you say that is not the reaction I expected, you hear almost an echolalial type response of, "That is not the reaction I expected. Ah, that is not the reaction I expected."
Are you attacking this city? Because you're scaring a lot of people.
Oh. Well, scaring a lot of people.
I don't know how to respond to this.
As there's this kind of standoff between Asher feeling a little bit lost in that moment and this green dragon's clear, like not quite kicking into the social cues, and just her eyes wander, but then they come back to the gun in your hands. But it's not with any sense of like fear or loathing or dislike. It's like she's piecing it out as she stares at it.
As she does that, I'm going to take from one of my many pockets, I'm going to take a little vial of the what was it? Hang on.
The hay weather or something potion?
Oil of Dragon's Bane.
Oil of Dragon's Bane.
And I'm going to pour it over my gun.
As soon as you uncork it, she rears back and her form begins to shift again. And the curious look turns to one of revulsion. Like she smelled something terrible. I just wanted to know what it was. You don't have to destroy it, ruining such a beautiful object. And as she's
It's
saying,
a weapon, and I need to know why you're here.
well, there's so many fascinating things here to see. All the things I want to see. I want to see everything. I want to touch and play with all of your toys.
I can't tell if
Yes?
it's bad or not.
Roll an insight check.
I'm
Ah! Insight check.
I would like to insight whether it's a bad dragon or a good witch.
Are you a bad dragon? As Larissa did earlier. Or a good dragon?
Roll your insight check.
14.
It's a dragon. And it's behaving in such an odd way. It's really hard to get a sense of what they're into. They seem to be genuine in as much as you're able to tell. But decoding this off the walls creature's behavior is difficult. And as you're sitting there puzzling that through that, Trixie and Tanzanite, you both get your gear. The screams seem to have died from outside, and there's a lot of running around and shouted orders in multiple directions. But it seems without direction.
I
Well,
get my big sword and look at Trixie, and I go, ah! Like a battle cry.
I mean, I take off because I'm going to outrun her anyway. So
Yeah. So as
She just
you hear
runs past, and
battle
that's me
cry and then
catching
like
up.
a zip of fur going out, you come out into the outdoor spaces and you can't tell where this dragon was. People seem to be running around mindlessly, chasing who knows what.
yeah, but I'm looking for Asher's hat, or at least for Asher.
Okay. Running through the streets, or how are you doing? How are you searching for Asher? Running
Did they
to the
say
wall.
which? Yeah, because I don't know if they said which wall, but they did say the wall, so I would have.
The closest wall to
in
you
that
would be
direction.
your
Okay.
father's prior
Okay.
responsibility. So yeah.
All right.
So running to that wall, go ahead and roll a perception check.
15? Yeah, 15.
It takes you a little bit to figure out that people are running mindlessly, of course, in multiple directions. And it's that nobody seems to be running to a particular dark alleyway next to the wall that draws your attention to the bowler hat. And that's where you spot Asher speaking to this green-scaled woman, his gun extended.
I'm gonna run up beside him and with my shovel out and just kind of.
Ooh, a digger. I've always wanted to know what a digger does.
And I look at Asher.
I'm just gonna look back at her and be like, she was a dragon, and then she turned into this, and
She was
She's
a
very
dragon, and
curious.
She turned into this. Very
Ooh.
curious.
she keeps repeating everything I say, which is really
she keeps
annoying.
repeating everything I say, which is really annoying.
Whom do you serve?
Whom do I serve? I serve me.
Where is your allegiance to?
To me. And to that beautiful object that he destroyed.
Really
And you
interested in
see,
my-
like, kind
in
of
my
like-
gun.
Pouting. If you can see a pout on a green-scaled creature.
Have you come to take?
No, just the ideas. I am going to take all of the ideas. I will take all of your ideas. They will be mine. And I will treasure them forever. And there's like a extremely acquisitive gleam in her eyes as she's looking around and
So you've come to learn?
to take, to borrow, to steal, to return. I've come to learn. What is this? I am curious.
We have rules here. You cannot take without permission.
Can I have permission?
of the owner of whatever you wish to take. You must seek each of their respective permissions.
Do you own the diggers?
No. The diggers own themselves.
How
Everyone
does
here
stick
owns
own
themselves.
itself?
The people who own the sticks. Do you mean this?
Yes, that is a digger. That is a very fancy digger. That is
It
a
is
shiny digger.
a shovel.
It is a shovel.
And yes, I own this.
And yes, I own this. Thank you. And she reaches out her hand
No.
beseechingly. No. You're not putting any of the stink on it, are you?
Trixie?
She just looks completely befuddled.
Do you have a name?
Oh, what is a name? Are those fascinating and useful like the diggers? Or like your destroyed toy?
I point to myself. Trixie? Asher?
You're not using words. You're confusing me.
Names
Yes.
aren't words.
Names aren't words.
I mean, names
Wait.
are words.
That's very confusing. You can say sentences, but then you don't. I don't understand.
How should we call you to someone else?
Curious, excited, afraid of murder.
One word. How should we call you to someone else?
All of the ways that are possible.
One word.
I am a storyteller and inquisitive. I am curious and excited. Love, loss, and triumph make me so excited. Betrayal is such a strange experience, but yet it is so much fun. These are all the ways that I am known. What are you known as?
Trixie.
Again, you don't use sentences. I am so confused. What are you saying?
My name. Trixie.
Strange, stunted creatures
Don't think it has a
with
concept
such
of proper
brilliant
noun.
ideas.
Okay, so I have a name. I own a name.
I own a name.
I am Trixie.
I am Trixie.
No,
I am.
me.
I,
Only me.
only me.
No.
I'm going to call you Gemma. Because it's an emerald dragon. Get it? Gemma.
I'm going to call you Gemma.
Asher, Trixie, Gemma.
Gemma.
That's your name.
Tastes foul without the subject predicate.
Trixie.
You know about subjects and predicates, but you don't know about proper nouns.
What are those?
Names.
Terrible things that I do not understand.
Are we having an
Trixie.
English lesson?
All right. Asher pulls
I
out
had
a
to pick
blackboard, begins
personality
to diagram a
traits.
And I
sentence.
did it by dice. This is what
Trix-
I got.
Trixie owns shovel.
Trixie
Gemma
owns shovel.
doesn't
What about the digger?
own shovel.
Can I have permission?
To own? No. To take? No. To see? Yes.
She closes her eyes. She says, now may I have permission, please?
To see? Yes.
And then to take what I saw.
No.
But how else will I collect?
What are you here to collect? You
The
said
ideas
right.
that you have are so rich and varied, and I would like to collect all of the ideas.
But a shovel is not an idea.
Oh, it is. It's a stick with metal that can pull things from the earth. That is a brilliant idea. Who came up with it first? Talons are not the most wondrous way in which to do so. This is wondrous and brilliant and beautiful, and it protects your delicate little paws.
You already have the idea.
But you said I cannot take it without permission. So do I have permission to take it?
The idea, not the
Yes,
shovel.
of course. That's all everyone ever needs. There's no need for anything in other makes, just the ideas. What else is there?
Objects.
Why do you all speak in such strange ways?
Yeah, we're the weird ones.
My shovel, Trixie's
Your
shovel, is an object,
Trixie's shovel is an object,
not an idea.
but it is an idea. May I take the idea? About
You
this
should ask
time,
her. I
Tanzanite,
don't
you figured
know.
out where they are because you.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I don't know.
This is Trixie's shovel.
Excuse
did
me,
you
this
tell-
is Trixie's shovel. As you hear these shouts, Tanzanite, you're able to make your way to your friends because you just can hear them having this inane sounding argument with another voice.
So I
Okay,
come up.
I have an idea. And I
have
take
an
off.
idea.
I have my goggles. I take off my goggles. I sew. Trixie's goggles. These are Trixie's goggles.
These are Trixie's goggles.
You see them?
I see them.
You see the idea of Trixie's goggles.
Yes, I take the idea of Trixie's goggles with permission. Do I have permission?
Yes.
And she closes her eyes, and appearing on her head is a replica of your goggles.
And I sigh a deep breath of relief and I put the goggles back on my head. And I say, that's a neat trick. But no, you can't have the idea of Trixie's shovel. Trixie's shovel
you
is
can't have the idea of Trixie's shovel.
Trixie's shovel is unique.
So I come up to all this.
You see this very disappointed looking emerald creature,
Who
very feminine, naked except for a strange roll an intelligence check, Tanzanite, because you're coming up on this.
As she's doing that, I'm going to say, maybe we can make Gemma her own shovel, but different idea.
What's
Let's
around us?
see.
Is there like a shovel like leaning against a building?
Roll a perception check. If you roll over a 18, I'll say you spot a shovel.
25.
Tanzanite, as you
27.
come up with your piercing gaze, you're able to understand that the headgear that this being is wearing is just illusion.
Mm.
It has no function. It's just a perfect replica of Trixie's night vision goggles.
Can I, when you say illusion, like, do I know if I could touch it or not? Like,
Oh
could I
yeah, you
take
fully know that if you
those-
touched it, it would not be there. If
Okay.
you reached up, like you're with that intelligence, or with that, with that intelligence roll, you full on know that that's not there.
Great.
Asher, you found the shovel.
Okay, I'm gonna just pick up a shovel and be like,
Asher.
Gemma can have the idea of this shovel.
Beautiful. And as you say Asher, Tanzanite, you watch another illusory item appear in her hand as she holds an exact replica down to the rust spots and bits of clinging dirt on the shovel that Asher's holding.
I'm just gonna be like, and just throw it out.
Was that yours?
Yeah.
Okay, I have permission.
What?
She holds the shovel to her chest.
Why are you two having a conversation with Asher? Can I have your jacket?
Wait, say it again. You froze.
Asher, can I have your jacket?
Asher, can I have your jacket, please?
Why do you need my jacket?
To cover.
No. This is my armor.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
She seems fine
What
with it. Like,
happened? They're who?
You're the only one that's bothered.
she was a dragon, and then she turned into this other person when I shot her in the head. Maybe that's why she's confused.
The ideas are lovely, but you're growing a little stale. What ideas do you have? And the eyes of this creature, Tanzanite, focus on you for a moment.
Can I do... I'm not really sure what kind of a role this would be, but like... I guess an insight of just trying to figure out, because I've missed all this of like...
Yeah.
Okay, so clearly it's a dragon that turned into a humanoid creature. Like, I'm basically trying to figure out if they are here to cause harm. And if not, we can call off all of the craziness.
Okay. And there are still people running around desperately looking for something that they cannot find right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Insight. Roll an insight. Ooh, that was good. Plus a 9. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Zach say.
Better than mine.
You are pretty sure that while this being's motivations are alien to anything you have experienced, that as long as they are in that zone and that they're kind of like their moral compass isn't right and wrong, their moral compass is curiosity and curiosity about ideas and items. You're pretty sure as long as nothing goes directly against that, she's going to happily... Oh my God. Sorry, I just saw the closed captions that we had from before, and I'm having a little moment because it miscaptioned something in the most dramatically wonderful way ever. But you feel like she's totally harmless in this current space that she's in.
Okay. Trixie, maybe you could contact your father, call off the guard, tell everyone what's going on. Asher, maybe Nee would find the lady dragon. He has great ideas. She likes ideas.
Okay.
Because everyone's still trying to find a dragon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a whistle that's like an all clear whistle.
Is Bahamut Elmadrad around here? Hey, we need a dragon to talk to this dragon?
You did not see them during the ball, the gala, or even in this week. I think go ahead and roll a history check with advantage, Asher.
Oh boy. That is a nat 20 and 31. So 31
Okay,
total.
Part
with a
of
nat
your
20.
week this week has been kind of an update on various goings-ons. And nice. With that update that you got, when you all left to pursue the piracy piece, I'm going to sneeze in a second.
Do it. Gazun and Schniffle.
Gunjuna sniffle. With the piracy piece, when you left, Bahamut rose and went to the tower that you had described to you having arisen in the midst of the mountains, to the northish, and has not been heard from since.
All right. I guess maybe we call Nee. Is there anybody around besides us, or is it?
There's been like little parties, trios of the same size as yours, organized in kind of, honestly, a lot of the current military aspects of the space have been organized in similar ways to your trio. You've become the model for breaking down a search grid. There's been a a little bit of change where the idea of trios is very popular.
Okay. I'm gonna be like to the nearest one. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you!
Yeah, yes. And
Can you get Nee and ask him to come down here right away?"
yes, the call off for the dragon is everything okay? And they kind of like eye the green
So
scaled
far?
woman.
I think it's okay, but we'd like to get Nee's opinion.
Okay. And all three of them kind of turn at the same time and peel off. One of them darts off in a different direction.
Um,
No more ideas.
hang on.
They could have had ideas that you would have shared with me, but then you sent
Ideas
them
are
away.
coming.
Yes, but what about your ideas?
I have many ideas.
What are your ideas? Please share.
So I
Do
have an idea.
permission
Permission of what?
to have your ideas.
Sure. Of the ones I'm going to
Beautiful.
tell you.
Will you tell me about this one? And she kind of wipes her brow against her forehead, which kind of goes inside of the illusion of the night vision goggles, so that Trixie and Asher, you're both very aware that it's not really there.
The idea of my headpiece?
Yes. May I have that idea?
What if you made this idea but all green?
Changing an idea.
Mm-hmm.
That
Because it would
is
look
an
better on
idea.
you.
I always liked red, though, and I would love to have red. Can I have that idea?
As red? Yes.
And then as you say that, the night vision goggles stay there, but on top of them, like awkwardly, funkily, clunkily, appears a tiara style in the similar, almost down to the minutest details matching yours, but all in red. From gem to the metals to any components, like whereas yours has some different, some interest, some visual. This is monochrome red. Does the idea look wondrous?
Wonderful. I also have an idea for a thing called a bracelet.
What is this bracelet idea?
Okay. Imagine across your arm, say from your wrist to halfway up your forearm, a red spirally thing that all connect to each other.
Roll a.
Just trying to distract her.
No, I know that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to like get the right roll for this. Roll a, because you're not like lying to her, you're just trying to keep her engaged. So roll a.
I mean, it could be performance.
It's
Not
necessarily-
persuasion or
I feel like we're falling back on insight again about like whether or not what you're saying strikes her correctly, and if you're like accurately gauging your words to her interest. So
Yeah,
let's
I
just
mean,
do an
I'll
insight
definitely do
check.
an insight. Yep, I'll take that. All right. Math. 21.
Okay, that is one success. Keeping her engaged until Nee comes. What else are the three of you doing to keep her engaged until Nee arrives?
I'm going to tell her about a really cool pair of shoes that I thought of, and maybe a dress.
Okay, now you can roll another insight with
You're like
disadvantage.
using her as like a model for your
repeating the
fashion
same
ideas.
thing, but you,
That does look
you
nice.
slowly lose her attention each time. So this is now an insight check at disadvantage.
Do you like jokes? Is a joke an idea?
Gotta try it. First thing
Mine
we
was
get-
15.
That fails. So you have one failure, one success, one fail. Asher.
So
making a joke.
a female dragon attacked this town I was in, and then the town's mayor asked me if I was a good fighter. I said, "Fighter? I hardly know her."
roll a persuasion check, but with disadvantage because that was a mess.
What do I have? What do I have? Inventory. What do I have in my inventory? I pull out. Go ahead. Sorry, Asher.
15.
15.
Wait,
There's
no.
another.
No, dirty 20. Sorry.
Okay, that is a success. So 2 successes, 1 failure. Anybody else?
Trixie, if you have something, go for it. Otherwise, I have something. Are we? What was that? Sorry, there was a noise. Okay, are we near a dark area?
You are in a dark area.
So am I seen?
Yes, you are barely seen. It's not like pure darkness like underneath was when you were in the basement. This is just a shadowed alley.
Okay. I want to
If you need lights, I know a guy.
can I see if I can get my shadows to do like a fun wiggle behind me?
Okay, go ahead and just roll a performance check.
Performance. Okay. Come on. Ooh, 14. Okay.
I'm picturing like the balloon outside the car dealership, like the
skills performance. Okay, so plus nothing. Shoot, so 14.
That is a fail. 2 successes, 2 failures.
Someone
And as
else
you
do
do that,
something.
you see like she's able to pierce through all the darkness around you, almost it seems like. And she almost without thinking about it mimics what you do, and then little pockets of light light up behind her, mimicking your shadow's motions. And then she's almost looking bored and she just dismisses the whole thing. And all of her little lights disappear.
Okay.
But this, and I just do dancing lights. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, just like 4 floating lights in front of us.
What are the dancing lights intending to do?
Just as an idea, I guess. That's
Okay, so
I guess the idea of the spell would be the idea.
Okay, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Natural 20.
Okay. You're able to shape it in such a way that it's truly different between your way of bringing up the lights and everything. You seem to gain a little bit of her attention. And then as that happens and you see the interest occur, she huffs a little bit, and then all the magic whiffs out of the space, including her own illusions. And she says to you all, well, this is fascinating. And as she was about to say one more statement, Nee steps forward out of the darkness of the...
Oh my God.
Thank God.
What's going on?
Nee, meet Gemma.
Gemma.
I named her Gemma because she's...
She doesn't get names.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're all talking about, but and
Gemma. Nee, this is Gemma, who was a dragon like 10 minutes ago.
oh, I'm always a dragon. Doesn't matter where I am, I'm still the same idea. I'm just a dragon who's your size.
Right. And Gemma doesn't seem to be interested in like destroying our city, so we're not sure what to do. Any thoughts?
Gemma likes ideas, and
Gemma loves
you have
ideas.
ideas.
Maybe
You can
Gemma's
see
an
me
ally?
just like befuddled. And
Maybe we also need to get my mom over here. I don't know.
do you want to see my tower? And Knee's looking at you, Asher. You better explain this to your mother. I'm taking some strange naked green thing into my tower.
If it prevents a dragon attack, I think she'll understand.
What if she's just the idea of a dragon and not even a dragon?
You see
That's
Nii
deep.
immediately hold the bridge of his nose. Could everybody do a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh. Yee.
What'd you get, Trixie?
Natural 20!
Sweet.
16.
What did I get? Let me see. 12. Oh, saving throw. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thank God. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Tanzania and Trixie, you become aware that kind of like with this change in dynamic, the being that you've been around has been like passively listening in to your thoughts. And with Nii's arrival and some of Nii's thoughts, they delved deeper to try to find something, to try to dig into your thoughts and memories and reasoning. And when that occurred, that's when you felt the pressure. And that's why Nii is holding the bridge of his nose, as something has just delved deeper into his thoughts. Asher, you have no resistance to this in this moment. And
just
you're
happy to be
trying
here.
to understand your worries or general thoughts with regard to the creature. Like, what are you thinking about it right now?
I'm thinking about other dragons that we've met, I think, and like how this one compares to them. And that would be why I'm so confused, I guess, because by and large, like other dragons have been aggressive and yeah. So
so having dug into your head in that way, you hear it say, "Oh, I'm sorry." And you see it kind of like fade a little bit. I need everybody to roll an intelligence. Let me double check this to make sure I'm not doing something dumb. Yeah, roll an intelligence check.
17.
Ooh. Intelligence check. Oh, 19 for me.
4.
Okay. So
Oh.
none of you succeed. But this being seems to turn its head and follow Nii, who begins conversing with it, and the two of them start walking towards Nii's tower. Nii looking back over her shoulder at the three of you every once in a while, like confused and checking in.
Do you think we should go with? Or
I think somebody should definitely chaperone Nut, because I think he's going to get up to anything nefarious. But if he runs out of ideas, then we may need to step in. I can go. I don't know.
maybe we should all go. This whole situation is very confusing.
Is Nee going to let us in? Asher.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, Nii is there. We could just ask Nii.
Nii's kind of moved ahead of you all.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Nii, do you want us to come with, or do you got this?
Kind of looks back at you all. Like, I think we're fine. But you're explaining to your mother why there's a strange naked woman in my tower.
Okay, bye.
And you can see Nii and this creature talking back and forth as they continue moving away.
Sorry, I keep muting. I have a car alarm going off outside my window.
Yeah, so the evening continues on. The alarm is dropped. People are tired.
I wish the alarm was dropped, but it won't seem to stop. Oh, there it goes. It stopped. Well done, Rourke.
I have called upon the beings of the car alarms.
Rourke called off the alarm and it stopped. All right.
But the evening wraps up with the sunrise, really. And right around sunrise, about an hour after Nee walked off with the dragon, Asher, you get a confused message from Nee. Well, she just disappeared, but she seemed fascinated by the various objects that I've gotten to take on a life of their own. And then she poofed.
Okay. Hopefully she does not decide to attack us later. Thanks. Okay, bye.
What happened?
Nee said that they showed her a bunch of the things in his tower and then she just disappeared. So maybe she really was just an idea of a dragon. I'm so confused. My brain hurts.
And so
speaking
a new
of
day
danger,
dawns. You did not sleep yet, so you will take a point of exhaustion if you don't take a nap.
I was gonna say.
yeah, I need to go to bed, but then I think we need to go to Canyonville. I got a message about some things happening there that we should go investigate.
Yeah, I think my mother may have kind of weaseled her way there, and she's gonna want to take control of that, like, new airship being made and stuff.
That's not good.
At least I'm not sure it's my mom. My little shadow said that there's a queen of spiders who's kind of getting control of Canyonville. And we saw spiders with my mom's kind of yeah.
And then your mom sent you like a sassy message about
how she loves me so much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Right. So my message was that there's some people who found a magical object, and they think that one of the partners that discovered the object might be being influenced by a negative force in the object, I think.
Oh.
And they wanted us to, it's called the Shadow Heart. So maybe that's relevant to you.
Maybe.
A shadowy thing. But yeah, so they're going to be at the airship yard doing a big launch party for the latest airship. So I think it sounds like our goals are aligned right now. I have a contact there named Phantom that we should reach out to when we get there.
Phantom.
Oh, the opera is there. Sorry. Should we go to bed?
Yes.
Probably even separately. Okay. Wink, wink, and then I just leave.
Okay.
I look at Tanzanite.
Creepy boy. Yeah, with that, you all head off into your own spaces. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll have kind of like a lopsided day-to-day with kind of went later than I meant to. But we will be back.
I mean, do we want to just... Oh, I guess we have a commercial, though. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
10 minutes, though? Jess, do you want to rain check till next week?
No, I want to do it. Can I just have like...
How much time do you want?
12 minutes? No, that's a weird time. We can just do 10.
15?
You do 15.
Okay. We can be back 25 minutes after the hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mini bye.
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 Hi.
Hi. How are you all? Welcome back.
Jesse, you look very nervous.
I don't know how y'all do that so quickly.
Wait. Does this help make you less nervous? Wait, what happened? Hang on, let's take the border off. Give me a second.
But Jess isn't the reader.
Oh wait, no, Larissa's the reader. My bad.
Did you share it with Larissa?
I just did it in the chat, but let me actually send it to you in Discord so that it looks better and you can read it a little better.
Which chat?
The private one. But I'm sending you it again. Okay.
Okay. Putting it. What are you talking about? That's way longer than anything I've written. That's impressive. Hang on.
This is our commercial zone, so just everybody.
Sorry for the. I wanted to get it to you sooner, so it wasn't like a cold read.
No, it's fine. I like cold reads. I find them fun. Okay.
And it's like thermometer. Okay.
Thermometer. Yeah. Okay. Introducing the Grand's brand first Monster Shower, the first addition to any solo or group adventure travels. With its stunning design and fascinating functionality, the Monster Shower is sure to impress anyone who sees it. The Monster Shower consists of a magically imbued glass cylinder filled with the purest water from below Underton and a series of magical glass orbs of varying densities, each containing a different colored liquid. These magical orbs rise and fall with the cylinder, indicating what strange and fearsome monsters may be lurking. Maybe a beholder or a dragon is nearby. Not only is the Monster Shower a practical way to gauge what is close by, but it also doubles as a beautiful decoration. The elegant glass cylinder and colorful orbs create a mesmerizing display that is sure to captivate anyone who gazes upon it. Whether you're a weather enthusiast or just looking for a unique and stylish way to spruce up your space while on the road, the Monster Shower is a perfect choice. It also makes a wonderful gift for friends, family, or colleagues who appreciate both form and function. So why wait? Get your own Monster Show. Is it show or shower?
It's supposed to be shower.
Okay. Get your own Monster Shower today and start enjoying the beauty and practicality of this incredible device. Warning, creatures must be within 30 feet to be detected, cannot be in direct sun or moonlight, may spontaneously combust. Current weight, 30 pounds.
Oh, just imagine looking around that thing.
I'm sorry, I read shower as shower, so I said it that way a couple of times, but...
Because that's how it was typed, because I'm dumb.
No, it's spelled the same. It's just in my bread, it's like read versus read. Shut up. That's the fun of a cold read.
Yep. Because in your bread, it worked out perfectly.
Shut up. You know what? I'm just going to drink my liquid bread that you can't have. So,
yeah, well, as long as you're peeling the crust off of poor Jess's hard work with that commercial.
And eat Girl Scout cookies.
Evil human. Suddenly, a green dragon appears behind you on your trip to Canyonville and eats you. Okay, that was beautiful.
You didn't know it was there because your Monster Show didn't tell you to 30 feet away.
It was 30 pounds of extra weight. She decided to drop it instead of taking it.
Well done, Jess.
That's the best part about it is that it tells you the monsters there, the monsters well within view of you.
Hey, it's only the first one.
Yeah, it's only the first gen.
Yeah,
the first gen one warns you just in time for you to go, oh god, I'm being
to not live to by the second gen one. No, it's good. I liked it.
Well done,
early testing indicates death is imminent. All right.
Does not guarantee against death and dismemberment.
Yeah. You have to sign a whole disclaimer in order to be a beta tester. They can't seem to retain their beta testers. They keep disappearing. I love it. I love this product. All right. So the three of you, the ball is over. You decide what you're doing if you're sleeping. You said you were sleeping the day away, right? You're
Yeah, have a little food, a little snacky snack.
yeah. So like so you're going to the diner, the 24-hour diner in Overton, and having some like greasy food, and
Have a
probably
4 a.m.
some
drunken omelet, and then go to bed. Yeah.
awesome.
What was I gonna say?
Drunken omelet with mozzarella sticks, because that's what you eat at the diner at 4 a.m. Why not?
Now the real question I have for you all before you jump into what you're going to do after that is, what is the name of the diner?
The restaurant at the end of the universe.
Ooh.
Don't give him credit for that. That's not.
Yeah, that's straight out of Hitchhiker's Guide. That's not my. That's
Oh.
not mine.
I haven't read
If
that.
you go like the traditional route with D&D ones, like I have a D10 table here for like restaurants that you might go to that are like boring, like the Hungry Halfling, the Adventures Inn, Dragon Roost Cafe, Rusty Sword Tavern, Orc Spite Diner, Enchanted Kitchen, Magician's Mess Hall, Dungeon
I feel like
Valley,
bottomless
The
pit
Pokey
is
End.
the Pokey
I like
Inn.
that. The Pokey
The
Inn
Pokey-
Diner.
The Pokey Inn Diner. All right. Well, one of these names it is. Not sure which one it is, but you finish up your meal at the Pokey Inn or the Bottomless Pit or the whatever Mystic Munchies. I don't know.
This is when we need like a poll.
Yeah, we need a poll to get added to this tool.
Pokey End, Bottomless Pit.
Beautiful. So yeah, you all are finished up there, have a snooze fest of about 8 hours. Tanzanite, you get away with 4. Tanzanite, you're the first up. What are you doing up to during the day while your 2 companions are still snoozing?
I'd like to leave a note saying that I am going to go to where my new shrine is and say that I'll be there and then give directions to where it is.
Okay, yeah. Your new shrine has been set up in the massively increased above ground cemetery in a crypt.
And I want to go there.
Yeah. You head there. There is a awkward feeling to be walking into a place where the recently departed were placed for many, but for you, it feels very homey. What does it look like? How is it, even going through the gates, what is the decor of the gates? What motifs are there?
Oh my goodness.
Stacks of dead bodies on either side of the gate.
No, I don't know because I feel like she had so little to do with the designing of it. Like she left it so much up to those
But
first
what would
few
your
followers.
have thought? What would they have done?
Well, at the very beginning, I gave them nothing really to go off of. Like I didn't tell them anything, so they probably went off of just like the way I look, the way I dress, the things that they saw. So there's probably like an air of that, Underton classy kind of atmosphere, but obviously they can't get a hold of all that expensive stuff, so it's I don't know. Maybe
I have an idea.
what? Because I don't know.
How about as you enter, like there's like a doorway, whatever, but as you enter, there is like a little stream with a bridge going over, but the bridge is sort of in the shape of a boat, like you're helping them cross over.
Can I have that?
You have whatever you think they would do, yeah.
You referred to
As they say,
you
you're
referred to yourself as being like the ferryman at one point, so like it made me think of that.
Yeah, that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Don't
you
die,
cross
I'd miss you.
over. You cross over to the other side.
At least I know the goddess of death when I choke
And-
myself to death.
As you go down into the unlit space below, the world shifts. And it's all in those muted half tones of all the light gone. All the light gone. What do you see? What are you doing? What are you here for?
I'm simply here to be with those who follow me. I want to be. I feel like I've been so distant in a way and not a part of this that I want to meet those who have joined.
Okay. So yeah, you spend the day doing that. Anything in particular doing, or just really trying to get to know them and bond with those folks?
Get to know them, bond with them, you know, hear their concerns. Yeah, that's basically it.
Roll a
Like,
charisma
I want them to
saving throw.
feel like I'm engaging with them because I haven't been.
Yeah. Roll a charisma saving throw.
Ugh, okay. Oh, saving throw. +5. So 16?
Yeah. Well, that's the last mark. So what does it feel like as the last of your classism drops? Like, you still know how to be and feign those behaviors, but internally now you've been reorganizing yourself.
Like a weird, like one of those like weighted vests has been taken off
Okay. Yeah.
that didn't even know was on me, kind of a thing.
You spend your day hearing about people's small concerns. You don't have a huge following, but from the commentary and the conversations you hear, you get to understand that yeah, pretty much everybody that they speak to, that they kind of proselytize your space to, is kind of like, oh, so just like the person who makes sure that things happen when we die. And you learn that your faith is growing. It's not like you have very many fervent supporters, but there are a lot of people who appreciate that they feel like, or that they think someone is going to be there to make sure that their death is not problematic. And it's just growing. All right. So eventually,
Don't worry. You
several
still
hours
feel like
later-
you're above Asher, though.
You can feel how you want to be about any individual.
There's nothing to do with
person.
class.
But I think your first reaction at this point can be your choice about how you want to react. The classism doesn't necessarily have to get in the way unless you choose to. But now it's more of a choice. Okay, what are
puppy
the
pats.
three of you up to for the day?
I would like to actually check in with my dad and kind of get the skinny on what happened to him, because
Yeah.
like he was kind of gone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, when you catch up with him, he's providing a report to people who have recently begun reporting to you. And there's a tension in the room as you step in and your father immediately goes to stop talking. but the others nodding in deference to you throws him off.
Don't let me make things awkward.
Your father kind of looks at the others in the room and looks to you. I'm sharing my report. This is private. And as he tries to say private, the others say, oh, no. She hears all the reports. She's in charge.
And I just kind of do like a...
Your dad's face for a moment has like brief professionalism hiding confusion, followed by a poorly hidden pride. As then he continues his monologue, sharing details of the trip that he took.
At first, he was a little squirrely about continuing, but
I mean, I'm sorry about your men. It's never easy to lose people you fight with.
Yeah, well, the journey was long and treacherous. Seas are infested with mutated monsters, and some sort of piratical groups throughout the world seem to prey on the weak, although some of our merchant allies are decent hands at defending themselves. We persevered, I mean. Came across...
it sounded right in your bread.
Yep, exactly. It was crustless originally. Came across a group of seafaring merchants, a whole people who have, since before their recounting, have lived on the sea. And then...
Are they, what did they call themselves?
It was different in their language. We started calling them various things as well, but sea people...
There, we met a people named the Gadabouts.
Yeah, that's one of the younger members of our party used to call them. He said it sounded like... Where does that word come from?
It was like the closest translation to kind of their language to anything that we knew.
Well, they helped us. We have established an alliance with a large group of them. They said that they came from a different land originally, and they'd lost some of their people.
Yeah. Well, we found them, and then...
Well, if we can connect those two groups, that'd be lovely. A massive storm almost capsized all of us as we were trying to return. They're still headed back a bit on this strange island, larger island, but still strange island. And we headed back here to report, dealt with some raiders who tried to take our gear and items. Found a few folk that we can bring into the fold. And we have a fleet of ships now. They're ready to help us and help us repel the dragons. And they've had their own issues with them. Costly battles, but we defeated a huge blue creature that just... It's just a lot.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to reunite those groups. We were investigating some ancient structures underneath where they had settled, and while we were down there, a dragon attacked. And when we were able to get back to the surface, there wasn't anybody alive that we could see. We almost didn't make it out ourselves, which was humbling, for sure.
Well, many of my warriors died. The beast we fought threw lightning from its maw. People had lost hope.
It's understandable. It's never easy to feel outmanned, as it were.
Yeah, well, we have a new hero amongst our people named Kale. Kale is going to be remembered as a legend, as you three are. Unlike you three, he'll be a legend in story rather than living.
We have to end this. There's too many people are dying. We have to end this.
If nothing else, it has brought our people together across swaths of lands that we never would have explored or visited. The only people who truly knew as much about the world as we know now were those who traded commodities, and even they only traveled certain routes. And now we've learned so much more. I hate to say it like this, but I think they forced us out of our holes.
Well, that wall of ice wasn't helping. No, I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying that this all kind of seems to have started there. It's just weird to think of. It feels so long ago, but especially for you, but it's.
Well,
I don't know if
you
you've
lived with a wall of ice, and every day the world changes for me now. I've come back, and my command now bows before your command.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Wasn't
you just hear him chuckling, like a laugh you've probably heard when in your own space in your home, and he was meeting with other people, but not something that he generally did in front of you. Or maybe he did, and it triggers some like early memories of your youth. But his sternness and his visage of just like demand from you, you can see that there's like a pride and bemusement at his own capacities in comparison to what he sees in you in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Commander, he looks directly at you.
Oh, that's so weird. Sorry. Just not how I ever imagined we would interact. Thank you for your report. I am so happy you are back safe.
Yeah. Did you catch your mother last night?
Was she at the ball?
Yeah.
Oops.
She didn't say anything. She didn't come up to me at all, which is very surprising considering the setting.
It took a long time before she would interrupt my conversations as well.
Yeah, but like, you know how she is about
dresses and dressing up and all of
You
that.
were gorgeous.
The ball was not my idea, obviously. But at least I had a little bit of say in what I wore. Whereas I feel like if Mom had been involved, I would have had requests, but they would have gone.
At least 3 of the people that were receiving the report are looking at you like,
Yeah, you're good. Bye.
yes, we are pulling the folk who were working on the ball on your behalf back into our routines unless you need them.
Not unless we're expecting any imminent attacks. I think everyone's okay to resume their normal stations.
And we kind of nod to you and
Thank you for going above and beyond for Overton and for the Alliance.
one of them you hear as they kind of like shuffle out of the space a little bit. You hear whispering to the others, wasn't she in charge of the ball?
And I turn to my dad and I go, no, I was in charge of security for the ball, but that was never my idea. You know that wouldn't have happened if I had anything to say about it.
He just looks at you directly. I'm sure if you had said no, they would have turned it off.
You really haven't ever met Tanzanite, have you? You've never talked to her, have you?
Saw her once when you all started off on this whole strange trip, and I really should catch up with that young woman. She's impressive.
Yeah. She is. She is.
A little scary.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
On second thought, I'm happy to relay anything that needs to be relayed directly to you.
Nah, she's good people. They both are.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God. What did I do? Ooh, dex save. 24?
You have the opportunity to avoid the sudden lunge that he does in your direction. Do you avoid it?
Can I also roll an insight check
Roll
as
an
to
insight
whether
check.
the lunge is malicious or like, is he lunging to hug me? Ooh. Insight. 27.
He's going for a hug,
I let
but
him.
he was also going for the startle.
Yes. I will roll a performance check to pretend to be surprised. Oh, I fail. Very much fail. That is a 5.
Oh, you horribly failed. Yeah. He knows that you fake the surprise and knows that
It
he
got
did
me.
not succeed in surprising you whatsoever. And there's almost like a sigh of like disappointment, but it's like the dad sigh of disappointment, which you may not have had very many times from him, but it's definitely like the dad joke failed. Not that it was meant to be a dad joke, but that's kind of like the general gist of it. All right. Trixie, Tanzanite, Asher, are you doing anything this morning? Or this after? Yeah.
Nope. I'll just
Yeah,
grab my
right.
stuff and go to the portal and wait.
Okay. Yeah. Eventually, do the two of you make your way over to the portal space in the bottom of the tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I would
Vincent.
not wait at the portal. I could wait in the tavern above the portal. Because
Yeah. Okay. Having some drinks, cleaning the floor.
maybe some coffee. Mop the floor a little bit.
Bacon!
Little brekkie.
All right. Yeah.
Little brunch. I
Cold
forgot
bacon
we
awaits
slept all day,
Trixie.
so it's more lunch. Late lunch.
Yeah.
What time is the airship launch party?
You didn't get a specific on the time. You just got information on who to go to get your invitation under an assumed name.
Okay.
In case you were supposed to run into a courier named the Phantom,
Yes. Yes.
or Phantom, not named just Phantom.
Hello, welcome to the portal room, friends.
This is all you, dude.
Yep.
Do you get the feeling he's writing a haiku?
What? I have all these ready all the
No.
time.
Doesn't he have like a million haikus ready to go at the moment's notice?
I do, but they never seem to be the right ones. Let's say off to Canyonville, way easier than airships. Let's go cause trouble. And
Yeah, it takes about a minute to fully pull in all the different pieces of the magic, and then poof, there's the space. And
I will say
one after
Asher's like
another.
portal causing thing is he walks around with his hand out over the edge, like on the inside of the circle, like walking around.
Yeah.
Like casting beyond like what the words he says, I think, for a full minute.
then three of you ploop out of location and into that room down in the depths of the canyon in Canyonville, where previously three Githzerai had trained you in various different things. No one is here to greet you on the inside of the portal room, but you can hear voices on the outside.
I feel like we haven't been here in a long time.
We haven't.
Oh, that's why I feel that way. Okay, then. And I'm going to go towards the door and open it really fast and yell boo.
There are definite screams. Two very bored-looking women have been standing guard, standing watch, but they're clearly playing dice games or something. This is a very inactive duty with so few people who can actually use it. Yeah, they totally have a panic.
This is how you get shot. No. Like, hi. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Sir, so glad that you're not a monster here to eat us.
Rawr.
And I kind of like elbow pass and I'm like, hey, are we not supposed to be here kind of on the, on the quiet side?
Don't think so. I don't know.
Well, I feel like if we announce that we're here, then whoever's
Oh, yeah.
Roll a persuasion check. I really need you to fail this one just for the joy of it. But
please now one.
It's a 2, but also a 17.
I'm sorry. Your modifier. How many times am I going to have to show exclamation at this to remember that your modifier is plus? Jesus
but
For
Christ.
persuasion and performance, it's 15. Yeah.
Wow.
okay.
Eric, he's broken. That's not fair.
Only because I'm
It's
exceptionally
bardic.
good
It's
looking.
what happens. Trixie and Tanzanite, it is annoying how quickly he seems to charm these two women. Like, it is that type of deeply dissatisfying annoyance as they both nod conspiratorially, and then one of them whispers, "Nobody came through today. What a boring day."
I'm going to be like, thank you, ladies. And then I'm going to leave.
And as we walk out, I'm just going to turn to Tanzanite and be like,
Also,
yeah,
I'll say mumbo jumbo, and I'm going to be wearing, let's see, what's inconspicuous? Just like villager clothing. That's what my outfit will be. What do people wear in Canyonville?
Last you were here, they were a lot of work gear was in evidence. Protective
go like-
leather.
Yeah, like work gear, like gloves, like cowboy hat, maybe a cowboyish hat, like that kind of outfit, like something that fits in. among
Right. You
canyon
just see him
billions.
transform into a local yokel. Visually, close-wise at least. Tanzanite and Trixie, are you doing anything?
I can't do anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not exactly like an incognito kind of person, but you know,
I would have come in less flashy clothing, but still very nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
My wife.
Trixie and Tanzanite, are you trying to do anything to keep a low profile then? That's what I'm trying to find out.
yeah. I mean, I would probably just
Asher, meanwhile, roll a
remind me, are we-
deception check.
remind me, are we in crowds? Sorry.
This current space, the first step there is not a crowded space. But you
Okay.
know that once you move beyond it, you will be in the open canyon spaces of Canyonville itself, where people can see clear across the other side. There are
Okay.
I had to spend a lucky point, but 27 on the first one was a nat one.
Ooh.
You easily use your change in clothes and outfit to be ready and very passable as a
Do I know how to find Phantom? Did I get any?
You know the general clues that your group uses. You also know where the brain Canyonville Shadow Assembly generally frequents. So
Okay, I'm gonna go there and look for like a careers desk or like anything that might indicate like where the courier's coming in and out.
hold on just a second while I try to find out what Tanzanite and Trixie are doing, or if they are attracting a crowd.
I mean, I would have tried to, I guess, hug the walls maybe rather than just like walking out in the open. If that makes sense.
Tanzanite, what are you up to?
I would have done like a fancy, not fancy, but like one of those like, you know, when rich people wear pajamas, they're still like fancy pajamas. Like an all black outfit like that. Maybe my hair actually up in like a bun and like sticking to the shadows as much as possible. Just
Okay. So I'm
Well
going to have
dressed, but sneaky.
both of you do.
They're
a
both
stealth
walking
check.
around like this with their hands.
Yep.
Both of you-
crunk.
both of-
So what? Deception?
check.
No, stealth. Ooh, okay.
Deception.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, what is that? Oh, good. 10.
8. I miss vitality.
We're just like literally doing that. Be like, doo doo.
So Tanzanite and Trixie, I can give you a choice. Knowing that you're struggling to stay hidden and stay out of the limelight, you can either try to follow all the back pathways and alleyways of Canyonville, the dark tunnels, the back tunnels, and take a lot longer to get there, wherever you're going, or you can walk through the balustrades and be easily spotted.
Can I offer a third thing?
Please.
In the realization that we are obvious, can I suggest to my two friends and be like, Asher, why don't you go figure out where this person is and come get us later? And we'll go hide.
Where are you gonna hide?
Where? I don't know.
How do I come get you?
Do you,
Trixie, yes.
Trixie, you
We
don't
have a
have to
question.
raise your hand.
Well, y'all are looking at each other and I'm down here. So I'm just merely trying to get your eyesight. Honestly, like you two have things to do. I'm just kind of here. I will be the distraction. Like I don't have anywhere to go. I can be deterred. I can be looked at. You two have things you need to do, right?
I mean, I don't necessarily need to do anything. I just think my mom's might be around.
Is there
Well, we need to investigate that, right?
I don't know how.
is there like a clothing shop near us?
Well, actually, you can pop out fairly confident that you've found a way to disguise yourself and check around if that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go find other clothes for you. I'll be right back.
I would like to point out that clothes aren't going to change this. Still red. Still have tail.
I mean, you're
Long
not the only
sleeves and a
squirrel in the
cloak.
world. Figure it out.
Long sleeves and a cloak.
Okay. 18.
18. Yeah, you pop out and you're on one of the kind of the lower side of the cleft, surrounded by kind of the towering cliffs and craggy outcroppings. And you're in a section that you can see that there's a kind of a building yard where it's really only accessible by air. The treacherous land there to get across the canyon to that particular point seems impossible. It has been dug away in a major way since the last time you all were here. The rugged landscape down below has given way to a little bit of, looks like a cultivated forest, and otherwise it's just cliffs diving down even deeper below you. There's clouds at various levels within the cliffs, and you see small little airships that seem more functional and not so much aerodynamic, but like tugs of sorts moving around, carrying equipment and material to and fro. The last time you were here, they were pouring some sorts of chemicals onto the base of the cliffs and then harvesting from floating rocks and such, and they seem to have changed that operation in some way. You can see that there's a sprawling complex of hangars, workshops, and administrative buildings that all seem designed to cater to the needs of this airship industry. And tucked along the corner of it is a little space that has a lot of leather materials and goods, and it looks like work clothes.
Okay.
It's kind of a hive of activity with mechanics and technicians, but yeah, you can get there easily.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for like clothes for Tanzanite, and then for Trixie, I'm gonna look for what's it called? I want to say poncho, but that's not. Is that right? Where like the Old West, with like the front and the back, like that would
Yeah,
cover
and it's
your.
just the head hole.
Yeah, you could like tuck your tail up in there. Yeah, I'm gonna look for that as well.
Yeah. You go into that space.
Maybe a belt. Maybe a belt will like tie the tail up a little bit.
Yeah, you go in and you're able to easily find things for a few silvers. Costs very little to get work clothes here.
Okay.
And
I'll buy like a bunch of stuff and like several options and go back for each of them and then go back.
Okay, well, several options. Let's say you spend a gold total in just like, picking up random equipment. Yeah. Comes back, Tanzanite, Trixie. He's got a whole assortment of various gear.
There you go.
I pick up the poncho and I go, it's a tent.
I mean, I bought one for your size.
I know, but how do I wear it?
Put your head through it.
Through the hole.
But then where are the armholes?
There are none.
It's.
And I'm going to help her put it on because I know how to. There you go.
Now, how's your tail? Do you like wrap your tail around or?
I mean, I can, but like if I move my arms, it's just going to lift up and my tail's going to show, but.
Don't move your arms. I want to find something that like
met me. Do you know what I do for a living?
I'm gonna
You
let
don't need to be
Tanzanite. I'm gonna let
punching and
Tanzanite
kicking
handle
people.
dressing her. This is not my.
I want to I'm gonna try to find me something with like a shawl that I can like kind of cover up with.
Yeah, you find like some cloak pieces and head wrapping and part of
Same.
like a sound barrier for your ears, but it's like wrapped around the top of your head a lot to create that.
Yes, I would also like something to cover up the ears and red situation.
Yeah, you end up swathed in clothes, and you don't look out of place. A lot of the people here are working with strange chemicals and materials and stuff. Covering any orifice is a way to stay healthy and not to feel sick. So you end up looking somewhat like, I guess, like Jawas. I don't know.
Trixie's little eyes are just glowing in the darkness.
Yeah, Trixie's got the Jawa look down, and Tanzanite's looking more like a, what are those?
Tusken Raider.
Raiders? Yeah. The Tusken Raider, yeah. You just covered in fabrics that hide your identity, and honestly, with enough fabric, hide your shape. So the three of you are able to make your way through Canyonville fairly successfully, as long as you roll a combined deception check average of 10 or higher. So just go ahead and roll that.
Oh, natural 20. That's a 30.
All right.
Don't roll under 10, either of you, and we'll be fine.
Well, the natural 20
Deception?
will take care of one of you.
Deception.
Trixie, tell me what you got. Don't hold out. Okay. Tanzanite, what'd you get?
11.
Oh, the natural 20 saved y'all. So yeah, I think Asher, you catch that tail wagging out of the costume every once in a while, and you just deftly tuck it back in. Trixie, you're a little bit violated, but you also know the purpose, so it's...
And she's literally just walking around like this.
Yeah, definitely. There's a point at which you kind of in the flow of the crowd, Trixie, you're in the midst of a large number of people of a similar size to you. And Tanzanite and Asher, I would like you both to just roll a perception check.
Oh, not me.
Perception.
29.
Jesus.
Yeah, Purple Dice likes me today. That was a 19 after the 20.
23.
Yeah. Asher tracks Trixie the entire time she's in that group. Tanzanite, you for a moment think you lost her, and you reach out to grab the hand of one of the individuals. And you catch yourself just in time to when you realize that that's not Trixie. You have to kind of shuffle through. It's the kids at the mall situation where there's just too many children. You almost grab.
I feel like in our 9.5 years of marriage, I've almost held like 3 hands that weren't Larissa in a crowd. So.
It's always a problem. But yeah, the three of you make your way, and eventually you get to a bar that is Asher, a front. And I think right there is where we're going to stop. So the three of you come to the Fallen Rock Bar.
Ooh.
This place.
Thank you all
sounds
for
like it
joining
rocks.
us.
Fallen Rock
Trixie,
Bar.
Tanzanite, and Asher are currently at the airship port of Canyonville, which is a hub of activity, airships coming and going, in front of a small, dilapidated-looking bar called the Fallen Rock, which, almost in juxtaposition to its namesake, has a rock levitating right over the door.
Nah. I like it.
Right. Bye.
Okay, bye.